March 15th, 1:34 a.m. So what is this interesting thing you wanted to show me? The trump card in the videotape. These two pieces of evidence together make for the ultimate hand. And this is where the real meaning behind Detective Bad's words will be realized. Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir.
What you see here is security footage shot just before the KG-8 murder occurred. From this footage, we know that the card is a directives card from the smuggling ring. This is the section that proves that the card was used to relay an order. Huh? You there?
This is the section that proved the card was used to relay an order. The fact that he's holding on to it. That's so tangential.
As you can see, Mr. Cochin is holding the card in his right hand. I see. The killer is indeed holding a card with the exact same design on it. What?
Like by that logic, like if you receive a letter that like of any kind, that's directions to do whatever you immediately do afterwards.
It might be.
It might be, but it doesn't mean that it is. That's the point.
Can you prove that it isn't?
I guess that's literally what our job is, right? Is to prove that that they can't prove that it isn't.
Yeah, that's how the law works in their world.
That's how the law works in their world. They can't prove that it isn't.
That card and the one you have, just because they look the same doesn't mean that they are, does it now? But there's a very easy way for me to prove that they are in fact one and the same. All you have to do is simply take a look at this.
Take a look at this. Boom, 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 boom.
A section of the text has been obscured by blood, but it's clear the writing is codependent. According to Detective Bad, Silent CCU is what is written here, along with the method to be used and where she lived. The evil intent displayed in this writing will not go unpunished. Is that not? According to Detective Bad, Ambassador Alba's directive cards bear the mark of a three-legged raven, or in other words, a Yatagrasu. Suppose this mark was the inspiration for the group's name, the Yatagrasu. I mean, this just looks like a metal fairy from Zelda.
Yeah. It's not a phase, Mom.
What are we looking for?
With the blood?
I thought we examined the blood. Did we not? Oh, it talked about the blood, but I guess... This dark red blood. Yes, this is your proof. Proof that the orders in this card were played out in that terrible tragedy. The blood belonged to the victim of the KG-8 incident. With a bit of DNA testing, we can very easily verify that as fact. If you have no objections, then I'd like for you to take a look at this next piece of footage. This car that passed in front of the victim's apartment building. It's an official codependent government car. What? Detective Gumshoe, if you could please magnify the footage. This area of the footage directly links the smuggling ring with Codopia.
It's a VHS.
What?
How can you magnify it? Enhance. Sir, it's VHS. In the lobby of a theater.
What do you...
Enhance.
He just carried it closer. He just picked up the TV and like...
Yeah, literally. That's all he could do. He's like, oh, okay. Shoved it in front of his face. Is that better? Enhance. Oh, man. Pushes it closer. It looks like he has a card in his pocket. That's literally the only thing. It vaguely looks like the same card the other guy has.
You think this?
Yeah, it would have to be. What else is there? That tie is such a hideous color. It matches your skin tone. You should never do that.
The shape of this packet and the directives card in it. It tells us that without a doubt this person in the card is Mr. Cochin. Nerk. The license plate on the car was also captured by the security camera, and with it we could easily find out who was sitting in this car on that day 10 years ago. Nerk. He's just dying, actually.
Yeah.
He's like having a stroke, but we don't realize it.
Yeah, until it's too late. It's like, well, that's usually what people do when we're interrogating them, so we didn't think anything was weird.
Which is why I could say with confidence that you were riding in this car on that day. Aren't.
He's about to shoot off into space. Oh.
You've done well, boy, to make it this far.
Oh.
However, about your claim that I was riding in the car at the time, that's going to be mighty difficult to prove.
Oh. He's so tall.
How so? I mean, you're slouching. The Principality of Canopia also no longer exists. So naturally, all records from this time also no longer exist. That arrogance. What he really means is that he's already erased all traces of them. Are we finished here, boy?
He shifts one badge, and all of them catch the light when he does so.
Yeah, the light's bouncing off that one badge onto all the others. Physics.
Physics.
The only weapon I have left me now is this piece of footage. There must be something here that I can use against him. Wait, what?
Oh my god, really? Really?
What?
Bold. I
What?
literally just commented on it.
What?
On the reflection of the mirror, you can vaguely see that it's the one badge that he's he's
This?
flipping in his idle animation. Like, that's incredible. Like, that's like peak game design. Like, they did that on purpose. They made it shine and they highlight it, so then when you see it, you immediately recognize it. That's incredible. Wow, that's good game design. I'm so proud. Like, bold.
I guess. Seems a little heavy-handed.
It is very heavy-handed, but like, you would have not, had I not commented on that, had that not happened, we would have been like, what even? There's nothing on here.
What the? Ambassador Alba. Yes, what is it? You were once an army man in the service of Canopia. It was you who made the many missions you participated in successes, correct? Why the sudden black-handed praises, boy? Although, to be sure, the brilliant medals on my breast were awarded to me during the era of Canopia. Now I'm the only one who owns this particular medal. In that case, the only person it could be who is sitting in this car is you. How do you figure that? By the medal captured here in this footage. It is clearly the same exact medal as the one on your chest. Well, what?
Look at his
He's
face.
old. He's old.
So he just doesn't have anything underneath. It's just a black void underneath his flesh.
I mean, he's old. It rotted away. That's what happens.
I guess.
This is how it will be, but I won't look back. For this is the path that I have chosen. You've moved me with your devotion to this case, Mr. Edgeworth. Why is he taking such an arrogant stance with me? It's almost looking possible, isn't it? For the lot of you to have come this far. It looks like I just might lose our little game this time.
You might lose the game this time. You don't get another round, Mr. Ambassador.
Is that a fact? Very well, I've decided to confess and admit my guilt.
You're going to confess?
Wouldn't the ambassador of a foreign country literally have the definition of diplomatic immunity, though?
Yeah, I would think so.
Like, what could we really do?
Yeah, he would have to be tried in his country. In like a joint court between both countries because the crime happened.
In a country that doesn't even exist.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing that could be done at this point.
Yeah, like he committed the crime in a country that doesn't exist now, so...
Yeah, like the country's laws no longer apply.
And he's the ambassador for a now different country, even if it is part of the former country. So, once again, diplomatic immunity unless he's tried in his country, but in his country he didn't even do anything, because they didn't exist.
Yeah, his country didn't exist at the time.
I will accept whatever punishment that may come as a result.
What the?
Regarding the Damascus II murder, I admit it. I did it out of self-defense.
Now that one.
You're claiming it was justified self-defense. I mean, it still happened, like, in the embassy, so we don't have, so he still has a diplomatic immunity from us, I think. Damascus II attacked me, and I felt that my life was in danger. If I hadn't done what I did, I might be the one you found dead instead of him.
Ha ha ha! What a pathetic performance.
Ha 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 ha! I'm not giving you that. I'm giving you one.
Wow, you two really know how to laugh at inappropriate times.
If you wish to claim it was justified self-defense, then you'll need some evidence. It's always the evidence with you, isn't it? But if that's what you require, I'll provide it. That man left a mark on me when he attacked. What? I don't particularly want to show it off, but this is proof that it was in self-defense. I'm an old man, and sometimes I don't pay enough attention when I should.
But Damascus II didn't have a single weapon on his body.
Hold on, it's nothing to get worked up over, though, because I hid the weapon.
You hid it?
I'm sorry, but as you know, a murder is a murder, even if it's in self-defense. And I couldn't let it become public, seeing as how I am an ambassador. This is the weapon you seek, my special bonsai trimming shears.
Oh. Oh, maybe like, oh. It's covered in blood.
He was trembling quite badly during our struggle. But that's when he grabbed the shears that were sitting in my office and attacked. So you see, it was an act of self-defense.
Is he right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Since he has both a wound and the weapon that caused it, it's enough to declare it so.
No way.
Oh, which reminds me, I guess there is still one more accusation I need to resolve. Smuggling and counterfeiting. Unfortunately, all of that is my secretary's doing. I had no knowledge it was going on.
Stop spewing nonsense. You're trying to throw my investigation under the bus in your desperation. If you want to get real honest, everything in this case would be connected to you. The murder of Damascus II was done in self-defense? In my trials, no man escapes his crime alive.
Perhaps so, if you were my opponent in court. However, there's one very important fact I may think you have forgotten. And what is that? Ah!
Ah, that's what you mean. Extraterritoriality.
That's right. Its embassy sits on what is effectively Alabastian soil. So any trial that is to be held will be held in Alabast. Therefore, the crime I just admitted to will never be tried in your courts. That's just diplomatic immunity, right?
Yeah.
Agent Lang, what is Interpol's stance on this?
Agents investigate. That's our job. The judgment of the people will have confessed their crime. That's the court's job.
Ugh. And I've already confessed to all of my crimes, Agent Lang. Furthermore, by the very nature of my position, I have full extraterritorial rights. These rights are effective even on your country's soil. Therefore, no matter where a crime may take place, I will never stand trial in one of your courts.
That arrogance in your expression. That's nothing like the face of someone who is ready to accept the consequences. Don't tell me you have your own court judicial system eating right out of your hands.
These crimes you speak of so seriously, to me this has all been nothing more than a game. You may chase me out of this embassy with your accusations, but it's no big deal. Alabas has numerous other embassies in other countries around the world. All you would accomplish is you would change the backdrop of our little game. These two layers of protection that extraterritoriality provides him. This is why he is one of those who cannot be brought to court. You see now, don't you? I live in a whole different world than you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go and fetch your eviction papers. Is there nothing we can do?
To be continued.
That's part of End 1, at the end of End 1. Now End 2.
Ooh, I love it when something ends more than once.
Well, this is going to end 3 times.
Whoa. I can't believe it, sir. Extraterritoriality?
I can't believe you could say that, Gumshoe.
Well, you know, my lexicon is actually quite extensive.
Yes, there's nothing we can really do about that. In the end, we didn't have enough authority to bring him to justice.
I can't believe that even though we know he's the boss, we can't lay a finger on him.
I know.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, I'm sorry to skip out on you, but I got some business to take care of. It just fucking leaves. It just goes. He's like, and then just Nightcrawler bamfs out of there. It's just like, what? My job here is done. What'd you do? You did absolutely nothing. It's that Sailor Moon meme.
I mean, he got us into the office.
I guess so. Guess we can't even give an evil guy like him a slap on the wrist. I mean, if we can't even give an evil guy like him a slap on the wrist, then what the heck were law created for? What good are they? The law can't help us. Then I'll go and see out of garage and take care of this myself.
Don't you dare.
Mr. Edgeworth, let this teenage girl commit a murder.
Sorry, that was a bit too harsh.
Yeah, come on. Let her murder. Just one murder, sir. Just a small one. Nobody will know.
Is a treat.
Yay! She's already bloodied. It's like, what? I didn't know you guys were talking. It's like, wow, that was incredibly efficient. Oh, you know. I know how you feel, sir. We're trying to take on an ambassador after all. And he did tell us earlier to get out of the theater. This is kind of their country, I guess. But I feel like I've been slapped across the face just for doing my job.
What am I going to do? Should I retreat for now and formulate a better plan of attack?
Hold it! Come on, everyone. We can't give up yet.
Okay.
I want you to think about something for a sec. We've never let up even a second, and as long as we don't stop investigating, we might find the rotten treasure hidden here. She's right. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth.
You're right, Kay. Very well, let's reopen the investigation and see what we find. Come on, Kay.
That was surprisingly easy. I mean, right behind you. It's like when you roll a nat 20 on a DC 20 check. It's like, oh no, like a DC like 25. There we go. Okay, I'll go check up about a little bit more, sir. Or like a DC 99 check. That's better. And I have something that I need to investigate further in Alabast. Do you really think that he's gonna let you go into Alabast right now?
She doesn't care.
You know, I guess, but I feel like he probably just told like the border patrol that they're public enemy #1. Like, do not let them back in.
Probably. Who said she's going into the door?
That's fair. She's gonna crossbow herself across, and then use an elaborate system of pulleys to bungee herself through.
No, she wasn't listening to the whole thing. She's just gonna try to like tie herself to a crossbow bolt and shoot herself across.
Yeah. She comes back and like half her outfit is ripped. Like she's like, don't talk about it.
Now then, before I gather any more information, I should do a bit of housekeeping. Passion flowers data erased from my organizer.
Who cares about flowers? In the trash.
Ambassador Alba seemed agitated over something.
I wonder why.
There are two special circumstances that surround the ambassador. First, the embassy itself has extraterritorial rights. If something happens on Alabastian soil, we are unable to legally prosecute him.
Cool. It sounds like embassies are a perfect place to steal whatever you want.
And Murdered Mask II run a smuggling operation and make counterfeit bills, apparently.
But I thought all the counterfeiting was done by Mr. Cochin and Babal.
Yes, he apparently used the embassy's coupon printing press to do it. But it's the same story over there anyway. Babal also has extraterritorial rights. Which brings me to my next point, the ambassador's extraterritorial rights. Those rights are effective even in our own country.
Really?
No matter what happens, he can never be tried in our courts. He retains some very special rights indeed. Basically, no matter what wrongs he may commit, we can't bring him to trial here.
So I guess we really don't stand a chance, do we?
He might stand a chance if we could somehow nullify either one of his special rights. This was taken just before the two ambassadors gave their bouquets to the Steel Samurai. Wait, is it just my imagination? Or is there something in this picture that I've seen before?
I can't believe I was pretending to be a harmless old grandpa. Talk about deceptive.
But I suppose anyone expected him to change that drastically.
I bet he's thinking of something evil behind that cheery smile.
Okay, please try to remain calm and focused on the here and now.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry I got all worked up there. Well, the only way we're going to be able to steal the truth is if we keep on investigating. Mr. Palladino has a really great smile, don't you think? I bet he was really happy to get... I bet he was really happy that they were going to become Cadopia again.
Perhaps, but instead he became the greatest victim in today's case. An ambassador like him, who is always thinking of his country, is really to be admired.
Yeah, though this happened, I hope they're able to reunite this country someday.
Hope so as well, but for that to happen we need to solve this case first. We need to see to it that those who would harm the new Cadopia are locked away.
And we will!
It seems that lilies are at the center of this bouquet with an accent of chamomile.
Wow. I can totally smell the wonderful fragrance.
Okay, this is just a picture.
Look, I know that. But it is nice to imagine things once in a while, you know? Where's your sense of empathy?
If you could smell the fragrance of flowers from a photo, that's more like a hallucination.
I feel like Edgeworth is on the spectrum. Like, or is it completely not on the spectrum? I don't know, because, like, I'm definitely either on the spectrum or not on the spectrum. You know, that's how life works. You're either on it or not. But, like, I can smell pictures a little bit. Like, that's, like, a thing. Like if I think about grass, like freshly mowed grass long enough, I start kind of smelling it. You know, your brain can remember smells. Like, Kate's just saying that. Like, she's remembering what the flowers would smell like in her head. You know? Can you do that? Can you not do that? Do you not remember smells?
I mean, if I smell something again, I can smell something familiar, but I'm not good at picturing smells.
That's fair. But you acknowledge that people can, though, right? You're not like...
Well, I don't know what people can do.
Yeah, that's fair. That's the greatest acknowledgement of anything. It's like, I don't know what people can do. Yeah, for all I know. Maybe, maybe not.
For all I know, people can, like, remember, like, tastes.
It's so funny that I cannot tell if you're doing a bit or not. Like, that's the joke there. That's the joke. That's the bit. You don't have to be mean about it.
Let's just drop this before it's in full bloom. Get it?
Bloom.
Full bloom. Like blooming onions, which are also plants.
Oh, I hate it. I just got heartburn thinking about blooming onions.
I can almost taste them.
Don't start with this. My brain.
I said almost.
Okay, that's as close as you're gonna get to that bit. Otherwise, my brain's gonna implode. I can't go back. I can't go back to bits.
There's that troublemaker standing there smack in the center, making two peace signs. Well, have a good night, Shady.
Shady. Wow, the Steel Samurai stands out even more than the two ambassadors in this picture. Oh, hey, the person playing the Steel Samurai is one of your friends, right?
I don't think she's gotten to meet him yet. No, I have no idea who he is.
Wait, but you said he. You knew which gender he was, so you must know him, right? That's not how any of this works. You know, in our current society, we default to the masculine pronoun almost instinctually. Like, that's
I know, I hate it. Like, I do that, right? And I hate it.
Yeah, I try really hard to consciously not, but like it happens.
I try not to, but it slips out plenty, and then I'm just like, why did I wish I didn't say that.
Did I assume that this person is
like male identifying. Like it's so weird that we do even
like
if,
I even do it with D&D characters I haven't created yet when I'm conceptualizing them, but I'm not imagining them necessarily male. But I still use a male pronoun.
Yeah, for sure, right? It's like, oh yeah, I wonder what he'd do, and it's like, well, I don't even know if they're a he yet.
Yeah,
it's bad. The patriarchy. It's not even about horses. That's for all my Barbie heads out there.
I beg that you please refrain from talking about that person in the ever again. Barbie.
Yeah, do not talk about Barbie on this stream.
At least not until I see the movie.
Yeah, Edward is like concerned about spoilers. He's just like, no. No spoilers.
It appears to be a bouquet of Persian cyclamen and roses. Cyclamen is my favorite, I don't know, it sounds like a video game, like, collection
I
series.
love that you didn't even know what your favorite was. You're like, I don't know.
Like, it's my favorite 3DS, quirky little person collecting game that you use, like, AR.
Man. I like it. I love Denpa Man.
I think I got all 3 of them.
I didn't get any of them anymore, but you know, Yahar Little DD. I theoretically could still get them. Wow, you even know the exact species. I never would have figured you for an expert on flowers. They grow from tubers.
Like potatoes?
Yeah. They're known as either sow bread or swine bread in English instead of cyclamen.
Can't decide if swine bread sounds delicious or gross.
It's honestly, absolutely. It's either like what is it called? Like the innards for it's something sweetbreads, right?
Bread?
Like it's like a specific organ. Like in English, you guys call them sweetbread. It's so weird because it's not sweet and it does not have the consistency.
I'll say in English we call it that. In like England English they do.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I don't know. What is it? We don't need to get into it. I'm getting grossed out thinking about sweetbreads.
I think it's usually brains.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
Now I gotta look it up.
It's all because of those flowers that old lady sends me every month. Just look at me.
Oh, yeah.
I sound like some sort of botanist.
She does. Oh, it's pancreas.
That's basically brain.
It's basically brain.
Like, to me, they may as well taste the same. I've not had either and don't want to have either.
Yeah, I don't know how I'd feel about eating pancreas. Oh, actually, it's a flavor similar to brain. So, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, good job. So, what exactly is this yellow flower here?
That one. I'm not sure. What the heck?
Flower, right?
Isn't that the passion flowers we just had a huge flat thing and threw away our pictures of?
I think so. It's not relevant anymore. I don't know. Doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. My brain erased it. What? You don't know?
As far as I can recall, I've never seen a flower like this before. I feel as though I've seen this shape somewhere before.
I've never seen that flower once in my life.
Is there any? Oh, I think we have to deduce something, but...
Give me 1 second. I'm on my way.
Looks like that. Yeah, I think it looks like the Kingdom of Alabast symbol. Once Shady gets back, I think that's probably what we're gonna try. Let's grab some water. we're approaching the end of stream, and yeah, I don't know if we'll finish next time. We might. Like, assuming that the final part isn't too long, but it might actually drag more than one stream. Either way, we're definitely going to have a full stream of this next time. And then at the end of it, we'll have to decide if we're doing another third full stream of the ending. But that will be getting in... it won't actually be getting into December. Yeah, we should finish before the end of this month. Otherwise, yeah, there's only one more stream this week. That's on Thursday at 5 p.m. We were going to be doing more of the Wind Waker randomizer. And then next week we will not have the Wind Waker randomizer because of Thanksgiving, so it'll be 2 weeks then for the next session of that. Otherwise, next week there still will be 2 streams, because on Monday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, we will be doing a Mario Party 3 stream with some other streamers. We'll be doing a multi-stream. And then on the next Tuesday, a week from today, we'll be continuing this at 6 p.m. But yeah, Super Mario RPG and Persona 5 Tactica both come out on Friday, and I'm getting both those that day. And welcome back.
Yep, I'm back. Sorry about that.
So I think that flower looks like the Kingdom of Alabast symbol flower.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
100%. Well, because we have to deduce, we have to show something to match. I think we have to match this to that for sure.
I would say that, yeah.
No, it looks like a prosecutor badge.
It kind of does in a weird way. Eureka!
Oh, dang it. This piece of evidence be related to this photo somehow?
Well... Nope, I don't think it's related at all.
Even though I know she's right, she could have at least tried to humor me a little. Okay, fine. Then what are... I didn't mean to back out entirely.
Well, maybe the knife? Didn't the knife have, like, the flower on it?
Knife? I don't see a knife.
The knife handle? Right? Didn't the knife handle have, like, a flower on it? In our inventory.
Okay, but I don't think showing this will make a difference. It's just the same Alabast flower. Like, it's the same image. I don't think showing it now is relevant. Unless we're trying to say that the knife, that's the knife? I don't think so.
No, I maybe, actually. At the very least, it's like shows that it's the thing.
You think we should try deducing with a knife?
Yeah. I mean, we didn't get penalized, did we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, it's too late. Commit to the bit.
Commit? Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Listen, I loosened it.
You did. You loosened it for me. I opened that jar, but you loosened it.
Babul's national symbol is the butterfly, and Alabast is the flower. It would appear that someone is employing the old hide a tree in a forest trick.
What are you mumbling to yourself about? Wait, what? The handle on this knife? Ah!
Yes, it's the handle that was supposed to be on the blade that killed Mr. Cochin. The weapon that killed him was carried through the Theatrum Neutralis, and the very bouquet Ambassador Alba was carrying. The flower motif. Looks like one of the flower petals is missing.
Oh, take a look at the weapon itself. It's missing the exact same petal.
And the knife in this photo is most definitely the same as the murder weapon. Is that it? Is that it in that picture? Yes, that's it. Cool. Flowers were sent by a variety of people and businesses to celebrate the Goodwill event. Even the Steel Samurai received some flowers from the ambassadors.
There's so many bouquets here. It's like a wedding ceremony.
I believe the flowers for those are for a slightly different reason.
What do you mean? This event was supposed to be like a wedding between Alba and Baba, right?
Actually, I believe they're more in a state of divorce.
Okay, then this was supposed to be a remarriage ceremony.
I suppose you could call it that. These flowers were sent by Global Studios.
Global Studios?
That's where they filmed the Steel Samurai television show. They had been producing hit after hit recently, so the studio is being remodeled.
Oh, I read about that in the papers the other day. That mascot up there is also getting a facelift too, right? What's his name?
You mean Mrs. Monkey?
Yeah, I thought it was something like that. You really have a great memory.
Huh, never underestimate my powers of recollection.
It's not Mrs. Monkey, is it?
I thought it was Mr. Monkey, but maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm just, once again, defaulting to Mal. You know.
Mel, you know.
Agitated Alba, renovations. I don't know if any of these are connected. Or if we should go examine more.
Something he doesn't want us to investigate. Probably the counterfeit operation, right?
Think?
Probably.
No.
Nope.
Not exactly a shining example of the perfect line of logic.
I love that he berates himself enough to cause emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
I appreciate the fact that you did not use a racist caricature of an accent to say that.
On the orders of... Oh, this one's you, actually.
Is that the one that I was like...
I don't know.
Slinky about?
No idea.
On the orders of Ambassador Alba, no one is allowed in Alabast.
But I thought a lady with a whip passed through here not too long ago.
She is from Interpol and had the proper paperwork. So, while I was reluctant, I had to let her in.
Sounds like Francisca, right?
Besides, if I didn't, that whip of hers...
Yep, definitely Francisca. Okay, Van Zeeks.
Is that my Van Zeeks?
It's kind of close. Hello, and welcome to the Embassy of the Ball! I'm sorry, but you don't really need to enter your country at this time.
Within me are two wolves.
Right now, for a limited time here at the Mababalese Embassy, we're offering the very special Experience the Terrifying Fire Ashes Tour! Well, how about it? Shall I sign you up?
Wow.
We're fine, thanks. We have an investigation to run.
Hilarious.
Hilarious. That was unplanned, at least on my end. That was very good.
Is this just that? It is just that. I feel like we've examined everything. We can't examine these flags. We can't go anywhere.
Then try doing renovations and the counterfeit operation. That's the only other thing we can do.
What? We know that the counterfeit bills were...
When all this fails.
None of the counterfeit bills are pressed using the embassy's press, but the necessary materials such as the Babyliss ink and paper must have been hidden in a secure location. What do you think would have happened if the renovation had begun?
Well, you probably have to find a better hiding place or get rid of it all.
Right, so we could assume that the renovation was the cause of the plate and bills disposal. And the reason Mr. Kocher was killed is the ringleader of the smuggling operation. Based on what we know, who do you think was one of the most to gain?
Alba, I guess?
It's the one person who has been erasing all evidence of the smuggling operation. For both embassies, the co-conspirator who is mopping up, Ambassador Alba. Ambassador Alba had a very strong motive to kill Manny Kocher.
Now we can connect agitated Alba and motive to kill.
The cause of Ambassador Alba's agitation, the rotten treasure we may find, and the motive for killing Mr. Kocher. Miss Yu said it herself that she didn't kill anyone tonight. If we were to take her words at face value, then the reason for the ambassador's nervousness can only be one thing. He didn't want us to discover the real circumstances under which Mr. Kocher was killed.
And you mean Ambassador Alba's the real killer? But I thought the two of them were friends.
Maybe they were, but what if Mr. Kocher was the one who first betrayed their friendship?
Oh, I get it. Wasn't Mr. Kocher pushing really hard for Mr. Palladino to be the ambassador after the reunification?
Yes, and that was the real reason why he wanted to steal Alba's Prima Deck statue.
So Mr. Kocher hired the Master Second to go steal it for him. When Ambassador Alba found out what he was up to, he killed Mr. Kocher?
It's definitely a possibility at this point.
Those two really were thinking of no one but themselves. But the question now is, how did he do it? Ambassador Alba was in Alabast. Mr. Kocher's body was discovered in Babal, right?
Right, and that is what we must solve next. I believe we now understand why Ambassador Alba was so nervous and agitated. It must have something to do with where Mr. Kocher was killed. A place where the Alabastian ambassador was likely to meet the Babyliss Mr. Kocher. The place where Ambassador Alba happened to have committed the murder is... Theatrum Neutralis?
I would assume so.
I don't know how they just killed him there, but... The only place that makes sense is here at the Theatrum Neutralis. Oh, you froze.
Oh.
You're back.
Hello. What, here?
The Goodwill event was being held here today, correct? Well, the only place that the both of them would have been in is here.
But if that's the case, then everything changes. This theory isn't actually Alabastian land. So that wipes out one of those extraterritorial rights he has.
Makes logical sense, in which case it is a reason for us to investigate further.
So what should we check out?
Let's see. I believe we should check the immigration records for both Alabast and Babal post-haste. Babal's records should be easy to obtain, however their problem will be Alabast. Wonder if they would allow us to see their records despite the order to vacate.
I'm already one step ahead of you, Miles Edgeworth.
Francisca.
I have here the security footage from both Alabast and Babao. You would do well to take a look at its contents.
You move fast.
The Von Karma strives to be perfect in every way. It's not in my nature to keep cheating like this. I took the liberty of looking over the Babao investigation reports as well. From now on, you will make no excuses to back down or say that we can't solve this case.
I'm sorry about earlier.
We won't be beaten. Because my cute little subordinate is going to try his very best, isn't he?
Hasn't she patronized me enough already for a lifetime?
She thinks you're cute. Shut up.
So this video contains footage from Alabast's immigration screening area.
I really hope there's something in there we can use. Blah, 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 blah. Oh. Oh.
Which minute's footage should I examine? Well,
I mean, I would assume at 5:23, it's the. We could check the cart, but like, how can we check the cart? It's
enhance.
a video. It's video.
Doesn't something about this lump shape strike you as odd?
Listen, you can't judge a cart by their lumps. That's not appropriate.
But lump sat alone in a boggy marsh.
I don't even get that reference, but it was very smooth.
She's lump, she's in my head.
Is that literally lines from that song?
Yeah.
Wow, I don't think I've ever heard that song then. Huh? Is it supposed to be the shape?
No, there's clearly something odd about the bulge. If only we had...
We're so close. We're so close to the end of the stream, please. You can't talk about odd-shaped bulges.
If only we had the push card itself, we can compare and confirm my hunch.
He wants to compare bulges? Edgeworth!
He wants to compare hunches.
Oh, that's fair.
A hunch is just a back bulge.
Ah! That's so bad.
Next.
That's so bad.
Next, let us check the footage from Babal's security camera.
You nasty boy! I'm gonna tell Outcry you said that.
He's gonna love it.
He is gonna love it. That's the problem. I hope it shows us something good. Maybe some back bulges. Philly, there wasn't a single sign of a suspicious person or anything.
That right there. sorry, Legally Blonde.
Is it the condescending grin? Yeah. Right? That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
That right there is the contradiction.
I understood that reference. Huh? Did I miss something?
You didn't miss anything. Because there was nothing to miss. However, what is missing is the image of Mr. Coach entering his own country.
But wasn't his body found in Babal?
It would appear that the true face of our final puzzle has finally revealed itself. Ah, perfect timing.